Hi, beautiful souls. It's Tan back here again today with you on this Astrology Human Design Jinkies channel with another Synastry video. So I'm back to doing Synastry readings. If you're interested to get one, you can visit the link in the description box below as well as in the comment section. So today we're going to talk about Venus conjunct Pluto in the Synastry chart overlay. There's been a lot of requests about Venus-Pluto aspects, so let's dive right into it. So when we see Venus conjunct another person's Pluto, so a conjunction is when they are touching each other in the same sign, most likely. And I would keep the orbs for a conjunction of Pluto to be 5 degrees maximum, because Pluto is a generational planet and highly subconscious. And the thing about any Pluto aspects to personal planet is that there has to be an emotional, or in this case, there has to be some kind of connection being made between two people first, right? It's not going to really exist or show up if the situations of life don't really call for it. It can. But what I mean by that is, like, let's say you have a Venus-Pluto conjunction with a sibling, right? It's going to manifest differently because of the social dynamics that exists between two people, okay? So just keep that in mind, that Pluto is like, there's a whole entire spectrum of things that can happen in our subconscious that will cause Pluto to play out very differently in terms of the social dynamics that we're having with another person. So Venus is representing our self-worth and our value at the end of the day. It can also represent the things we're willing to give and how we act in a relationship because we feel the other person is worthy of our affections, of the things that we're willing to give. And Pluto is the subconscious. It's things that we hide and we repress. We don't even realize that we are repressing certain things within ourselves, but we kind of are. And Pluto represents fear of loss within everyone. So when we have Pluto in a conjunction with somebody's Venus, the two people involved here are going to be very drawn to each other to have some kind of intimate relating. So the intimate relating will vary depending on the social dynamics of, this relationship and how it fits into the social structure of things. So what we're dealing with here is, what is the Pluto person wanting to get from the Venus person so that they can feel, when it comes to Venus, the Pluto wants something from the Venus so that they can feel attractive, they can feel sexier, they can feel like their sensual desires are being awakened. And that hopefully for the Pluto person will lead things into the bedroom. That's what they're kind of subconsciously thinking, and they're not doing this consciously. And the Venus person, in this relationship is thinking about, what can I give to the Pluto person? The Pluto person is asking something from me, and I have to give something to them. Affection, sensuality, so on and so forth. But at the same time, the Venus person is feeling good because the Pluto person is giving Venus some kind of attention. It can be a compulsive attention. It can be like, I'm obsessed with you. And so the Venus person is feeling, oh, somebody's obsessed with me, so I kind of like that. And if you really think about the conjunction being a hard aspect in astrology, this may not always be the healthiest type of dynamic that we have with another person. It's blending Pluto and Venus together in a conjunction. It may be very hard for the both of you to see clearly how you are affecting each other because they are blending like a smoothie. It's hard to take the Venus away from the Pluto. So meaning that the Venus person can be sometimes giving to the Pluto person without really realizing what that's actually doing to their self-worth. Okay, but in a conjunction, it's not damaging the Venus person's self-worth in the way that you might think. What we tend to associate is, like, we tend to think, if the other person is asking something from me and I'm giving a lot, I'm stepping over my boundaries, I'm giving too much. No, this doesn't exist. This is not really what's happening here. This is more of like, I am giving too much. I'm giving too much, and maybe I'm stepping over my boundaries, but that's okay because in return, I am getting this person to be obsessed with me. This is what the Venus person is happening. I'm getting this person is becoming obsessed with me. They're becoming they're giving me so much attention, they can't let go of me, and that makes me feel so good. That makes me feel like I'm worthy of something. So this is the dynamic that's happening with Venus is conjunct to Pluto. And if you really think about if that's the dynamic that's happening, it can make two people, like it can make the both of you really attached to each other. It's hard to let go because you feel like you're never going to get that kind of attention from another person. But at the same time, it's hard for you to be an individual in terms of your self-worth in this relationship. So a lot of people are going to choose to stay in this relationship because then they don't have to do the work of building their self-worth from the inside independently of the other person. They don't have to do that. But here's the thing, is that, you have to look at other things in your chart and your Synastry and composite, because there could be other incompatibilities there that causes you to break up or to not have a relationship with each other anymore. And if that does happen one day, the reason why it hurts so much is because now you don't have the other person giving you the self-worth that you need anymore. And also the Pluto person is also not getting their desires from the Venus person anymore. So now you really have to, do your own healing work separately in terms of both of your self-worth, self-esteem. So that is why it's so hard to let go of Pluto contact in Synastry, because, especially in a conjunction, because it fuses, these two planets together so much that when you separate them, it's like, now I really have to stand firm on my own 2 feet and actually do the healing work that I need to do. Because the reason why we're drawn to these types of Pluto contacts so much is because there is some kind of healing work that we need to do within our own self. Doesn't mean that you can't do it in a relationship with another person. You just have to be aware and conscious that this is the dynamic that's existing between the two of you. Okay? So this is an intimate contact, like really, really super intimate and vulnerable, right? Because we are really coming to terms with our self-worth. That's what we're working with here. And that is a very intimate thing. Although there can be, like other fluff surrounding it, like good sex or open conversation, ability to talk about a lot of things, a feeling of being desired. Those are all the things that is going to happen, and it's going to definitely be there. But at the bottom of it is the fact that we are exposing this part of ourselves, this that really needs healing, the self-worth that needs healing, and the other person sees it, and the other person, both going both ways, is is there for us, is making us feel like we are worthy of something. So that's what's happening there. Oh, all right. What an intense video. If you guys have this with somebody, please comment below and let us know what your experiences have been. And if you'd like to get a Synastry reading, visit the links in my description box and in the comment section below. I would love to look into your Synastry chart with another person together. Sending you much love today, beautiful souls.